The word radioactivity often carries a negative connotation for many people, as it is one of those things that can cause serious damage if not handled carefully. An accident involving radioactive substances can be fatal for humans and irreparable for the environment. One of the most emblematic examples of this reality is the city of Pripyat, which became a kind of ghost town after the release of a radioactive cloud resulting from an accident at Chernobyl. It's undeniable. Dealing with radioactive substances and the instruments associated with them increases the risk of making errors that can have fatal consequences. In today's video, we will explore two accidents that occurred in the 1940s, resulting in the loss of physicists' lives and leaving several people with sequelae due to radiation exposure. In fact, one of these accidents was responsible for the highest radiation dose ever received by a human being. Surprisingly, both incidents were triggered by the same plutonium core, weighing only 6.2 kilograms and with a radius of 44.5 mm. This is the story of the Demon Core, a nickname justified by the accidents it caused. But before we delve into that, don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. The Demon Core, where it all began. The bombs, named Little Boy and Fat Man, caused the deaths of over 200,000 people in Japanese cities. Little Boy, weighing 4.4 tons, used uranium as fuel, while Fat Man, weighing 4.6 tons, was being prepared for a possible second attack. However, after Japan's surrender, both bombs were returned to laboratories for further study on their cores. Physicists, aware of the dangers of these radioactive elements, handled the cores with extreme care. The mass of these elements, such as uranium and plutonium, in their natural state, poses no risks. They were transported in special magnesium mesh to avoid neutral reflection. The experiment gone wrong. Physicist Harry Daghlian, along with other scientists, conducted experiments to understand the nucleus's electricity. On August 21, 1945, he conducted a critical mass experiment with the uranium core, using tungsten carbide blocks to reflect neutrons. Unfortunately, in a moment of carelessness, the experiment took a different turn. Harry Daghlian accidentally dropped a block onto the core, triggering a rapid reaction. The released neutrons were reflected back to the core, making it critical. Harry was exposed to the highest radiation dose ever received by a human, developing severe symptoms and dying within a few days. The guard who was securing the site, Robert Hemmerly, also present in the room, died 33 years later from leukemia, a result of radiation exposure. Physicist Richard Feynman said the following phrase: "These experiments are like tickling the tail of a sleeping dragon." However, the experiments continued. On May 21, 1946, in a similar experiment, physicist Louis Slotin, along with physicist Alvin C. Graves and a group of 6 physicists, used beryllium spheres to reflect neutrons and a screwdriver to prevent complete closure over the core, because this way he could get closer to the electricity, and he did this dozens of times without problems. However, at 3:20 p.m. that afternoon, while the experiment was ongoing, somehow the screwdriver slipped, and the spheres closed completely over the core. Louis Slotin quickly removed the cylinder from the top, but the worst had already happened, exposing everyone in the room to radiation. Physicist Louis Slotin, who was leading the experiment, died 9 days after the incident. Alvin C. Graves, the closest to the core, survived but faced chronic neurological sequelae and vision problems. Radiation affected everyone present in the room, significantly reducing their life expectancy. Some of them didn't live more than 30 years. The radiation lasted only half a second, but left a permanent mark on the history of atomic energy. The incident serves as a reminder of the power and responsibility associated with nuclear research. Radiation, invisible and imperceptible, can have devastating effects on human life. The story of the Demon Core reveals the dangers and challenges faced by scientists who explore the mysteries of atomic energy. Both physicist Harry Daghlian and Louis Slotin, among others, sacrificed their lives in the name of science, leaving a legacy of caution and ethics in nuclear research. May this story serve as a warning to future generations, reminding us that knowledge, when misdirected, can have devastating consequences. Until next time.